if it looks like I'm crying, it's because I did.
I'm sick.
I'm very sick. I don't like it. I have a pimple and a mosquito bite. They are friends and they don't want to leave my face. So, I have some homework to do. So we're gonna go do that. And then we'll see. I don't know what this video is gonna turn into. Also, you can see my double chin that never appears. So I know my hair is not that great. We're just not gonna talk about it. I've decided that I wouldn't want to hear me talk like this, but because I feel like filming something, I'm going to be talking to you guys about debate. Now, for those of you who like to argue with people, this is your video. If you are shy, you can still watch. If you know, because a lot of people are really shy and stuff, but then when they go to the podium to speak, they're like, so you can do it even if you're shy. We're just gonna go over some basics of debate. So there are a lot of different styles of debate. There is Canadian parliamentary, British parliamentary, German parliamentary. The most common one is called British parliamentary, I'm pretty sure. So basically what British parliamentary is there's a pro side and a con side, and we also call it government and opposition, and sometimes we call it government proposition, but I like to call it government, so there. Basically the government side is always saying yes to the motion, and the opposition side is always saying no to the motion. And the motion is just like the prompt you're given. So for example, here's my debate homework, and the motion here is this house would make mandatory voting a law. So there it is. So the government side would be like, yeah, we want mandatory voting to be a law. And then the opposition side says, no, we don't want, we don't want mandatory voting to be a law. So basically, on each side, there are two teams. So there's opening gov, and then the second gov. And then there's the other gov, and then the closing gov, or the whip speech. And then the same thing on the other side. So there's opening, and then second, and then third, and then whip speech for the opposition. So basically, they alternate. So it's opening gov, opening opposition, second speaker, third speaker, whip, whip. And that's how it is. So the first speaker, which is the government, the opening government, always starts off by giving us the model, giving your judge the model. So the model just consists of everything you need to say so no one like cheats in the debate. I'll explain. So basically in the model you need an implementer. So who is implying the motion? So in this case it'd be the government, because the government would say, oh yeah, you have to vote, or the government would say, nah fam, you don't need to vote. So the government is the implementer. Then you need the scope, and there are three parts of the scope. There's a location, so where is this motion taking place? I said Canada for my motion. Affected group, so who's going to be affected by the yes or no of this? So I said like political parties, the government, and just the citizens. And then the time frame. So what are we talking about here? Are we talking about from now and moving forward? Are we talking about it was always supposed to be the case? It's kind of confusing, but you know, whatever. So, and then you also need additional parameters. So like parameters are just like boundaries that, because a lot of the times debaters, we like to cheat. So we use loopholes. So basically one of the motion was the president should never lie. And then in the government speech, they didn't give like the definitions of what lie means. So then the opposition's like, yeah, the government should never lie on the ground. Sissy, we mean never like lie.
Fill out a form just to throw something in the garbage? That sucks. Beavis,
You're a stupid dumbass.
So basically you need to give a definition of everything you're talking about so no one like says stupid stuff like that. And then, yeah, that's your model. So the government side, everyone has like 2 to 1 points. And then we have the whip speakers. So the last speaker of the government side and the last speaker of the opposition side. And what they do, they don't add any new information. They don't be like, here's another point. They go, you know what? We won because, as my partner said, blah, 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 blah. And you thought you couldn't understand Squidward. And as opening government said, no. So basically, you're just telling the judge what your whole team has said. And you're telling the judge why, because of this, your side won instead of their side. That was probably the most boring thing you ever had to watch.
Oh yeah, it was.
So now that you know how boring debate is, you're probably never gonna do it.
So what was the point of making this video? I still don't know. I basically just explained how boring debate is so you would never do it, which wasn't my purpose. The rest of the clip is just me talking more, which is boring. I mean, I'm talking right now. Anyways, I'm just gonna say goodbye. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Always remember to wear a long sleeve tee.
I knew from the first time, I stayed for a long time, 'cause I like me better when I like me better.